Coming to you from Seattle tonight, where the roof at Safeco Field has been closed for comfort. It's the opener of this 3-game series. Taijuan Walker will be on the mound for the series opener. Eric, any thoughts?
Yeah, Matt, in his last start, he threw a no-hitter. Absolutely ate up his opponent. We'll see how long he can keep that no-hit streak going.
Sends that one out of play for strike one.
First pitch, 7-10.
Walker gets the sign. Here he comes 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. On and chopped up the middle. And this will continue on untouched into center field. Just went right past him.
Boy, that's a really good at-bat right there to start this ball game. Fouling off a couple of tough pitches, and then he gets the one he likes. And now they're in business here right away in this game.
Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one. And EK, you take a look at these Mariners entering play here tonight. They come in unbeaten and playing well here in the early going.
Yeah, I mean, they're looking like world beaters right now. I don't care what league you're in. Anytime you can put together a double-digit win streak like these guys have put together, you're playing some great baseball.
Had him fooled as this is popped up back behind short. Marte is there for it. He's got it one away.
And there are his numbers from last time out. Comes off a victory in that performance, so he'd love to duplicate that here tonight.
Longoria.
Evan Longoria gets his first opportunity now. Runner at first with one gone.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate that the number 2 guy couldn't at least move that leadoff man into scoring position. And that makes it a little tougher on the middle of the order to drive in that early run.
Walker removed to first, and the runner will get back standing. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. On the ground to the right side. Fielded cleanly by Lind. To second for one. And good hustle by the pitcher there on the back end as it's a 3-6-1 double play, and the side is retired. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. So now the Mariners offense gets to work for the first time. We've got no score. Matt Andriese gets the call for game 1 of the series. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, Matty, last year he had an ERA over 4. For a starting pitcher, that's a bit high. Looking to have a better year this season.
And he swings here and sends one in the air deep down the right field line. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Lined hard toward right center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Oh, my goodness. This guy is really starting to heat up now. That's 8 straight games with a base hit. He's been fun to watch.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. This is in the air out to right field. Souza is under it. Makes the play, 1 away. Robinson Cano will dig in now. And as you can see, he's right up there in the American League batting race. Currently second entering play.
And he's in the top 5 in runs scored, too. So he's a big part of this offense.
High and deep to right center field. Back goes Kiermaier to the track, to the wall. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A 2-run shot here for Robinson Cano. So a milestone here. And even 50 home runs on the year now. And the Mariners move out in front 2-0.
Boy, and how rare is a 50-homer season? It's only happened 43 times in Major League history coming into this season. But add another name to that list, and he might not be done yet.
Nelson Cruz will get his first opportunity here, currently leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories. Hot shot to third. Oh, and Longoria can't handle it. And the effort pays off as he's able to recover and get the second out of the inning.
Well, in most cases, once he kicks this thing, it's going to be a sure error. But luckily for him, he's got a diesel tanker headed down the first baseline. So he's able to gather this thing up and still get the out at first.
Hit sharply on the ground. And that's through for a hit. Another game as he has been on fire this month.
Well, I'll tell you, anytime you go through a streak like this where you just keep getting base hit after base hit after base hit, you know, people start to take notice of what you're doing.
Skied into straightaway right. Souza on the move. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Mariners get a couple in the inning on the 2-run home run. We'll head to the top of the second. It's now 2-0 Seattle. Corey Dickerson will stand in now. 2 hits and 5 trips for him in yesterday's ball game.
Well, he's had 7 RBIs in his last 10 games, so he is producing runs, and he had another good one yesterday.
Walker steps into his windup. Here's the first pitch. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate, Rusty Valentine.
Well, guys, the book on Rusty is that he can sometimes have a tall strike zone. It's pretty consistent, though.
Swing and a miss on the splitter, and it's 1-2.
Gotta like the approach right here. He's basically saying, if you're gonna beat me, you're gonna have to take it to left field, because I don't think he's gonna give this guy anything he can pull.
Got him swinging on the split-fingered pitch, and that's out number 1.
Batting fifth, second baseman.
Let's check the grip on that last split-fingered pitch. You can see how wide his fingers get across the top of the baseball, and that's what gives it the backspin needed to be effective.
Stepping in now, Logan Forsythe. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. That batting average hovering in the high 230s. 2 home runs and 5 driven in. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit in the air to center field. Martin is under it. 2 down. Brad Miller gets his first shot now, and he's working on a modest 5-game hitting streak. Into the seats, 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. 2 out, nobody on. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And Lind will make the catch, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Rays. They trail things here 2-0. Seth Smith will stride in, hoping to stay hot as he came through with a 4-hit contest yesterday afternoon.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10, so yesterday's performance shouldn't have come as any big surprise to anybody.
A quick out number 1.
And you know, normally when you see a play like this, you figure if this guy's all the way out into the outfield like he is right there, you figure he's already in the shift. But actually, this is all range right there. He's way out on the outfield grass, and he's able to gather this thing up and make the play from a tough angle, too.
Good swing. 0-1, here's the pitch. Hit hard to the right side. Forsythe has it. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Well, I think he's got the right approach right here. That's a fastball up, and it's on the outer half of the plate. He goes right with it and hits it hard, too, but he just couldn't quite steer it into the hole there, and it becomes a 4-3 putout.
Ketel Marte will dig in now. Currently 9th in the AL in hitting entering play.
Well, it's still early in the season, but the first several weeks have been pretty impressive for this guy. We're just anxious to see if he can just keep this pace up.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Line drive to center field. Kiermaier is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side is retired. Steven Souza leads it off here. Bottom third of the order set to go here in the third.
Well, he's faced the minimum so far, and obviously it's still early, but they need to get something going because you can't let this guy settle in out there.
And that's cut on and missed, 0-1.
Well, and he's got a great splitter. And you're talking 88 miles an hour. You think you can hit it, but it just disappears on you.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
And as we showed you in the open, he's out there putting his perfect record on the line. And so far, these guys haven't shown many signs that they're ready to put a 1 in that loss column.
Walker peers in. Here's the first pitch. Logan Morrison is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see he's getting a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out as well, so the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season.
Well, guys, he's one of the best in the league in that department right now. Every time he takes a hill, this ball club has a great chance to walk away with a W. We'll see if he can wrap up another one for him here in this one.
The windup and the 0-1. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95-plus mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
Hit down the third base line. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Leonys Martin digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And, guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
Kiermaier looks up, and this one is gone. A home run. Solo shot to right center. Home run number 39 on the season for him, and the M's have taken a 3-0 lead.
And this is one of those guys that we consider to be part of that new breed of leadoff hitter. You know, it used to be that your leadoff guy was a guy that might hit 3 or 4 home runs a year. But nowadays, managers are realizing, hey, my leadoff guy is going to get more at-bats than anyone else in my lineup over the course of the season. So why not put a better hitter up there rather than just a punch-and-Judy guy? And that certainly worked out for him right here.
Pulls this one into the air out into right field. And that'll get down for a base hit. And as you see right there, this streak will continue as he inches forward up the all-time list.
I cannot imagine feeling that good at the plate as he has. I've never had a streak anything close to approaching that.
The second baseman, Robinson Cano, is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1.
And these guys already have 1 home run here in the inning, and now you get to the real power guys here. So you need to be careful.
Dickerson on the move. 1 out. So with 1 gone, there you get a look at the Mariners' upcoming schedule for the next 7 days here on MLB The Show. Nelson Cruz steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
Ripped down the line. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit. Now a long throw to third, and he is in there. And that, as you see, will extend his hitting streak to an even 30 ball games. That is some month of baseball.
Well, I'll tell you, 30 straight games with a base hit, that's rarefied air. Not too many guys get to that point.
In the air to center field and deep back is the center fielder. Back he goes, but this is going to be a home run. So a 3-run blast to deep center here, the 198th of his career. As they pile on, it's now 6-0. And that dinger puts him 2 short of the 200 mark for his career.
Yeah, and you know, some guys will lie to you and tell you that they're just out there playing day by day, not thinking about any of those particular milestones. They just want to get a W for the team. But the truth is, you do know when you're approaching those milestones, even the minor ones. He's keenly aware of how many home runs he's got now.
Oh, there it goes. In the air to left center, and you can forget about this one. Back-to-back home runs. So a solo shot here to left center field, and that's home run number 48 on the year as this lead swells to 7-0.
Well, apparently these guys didn't see the highlights from yesterday because he had 2 home runs a day ago. Now he's got another home run right here. So now obviously this pace won't last, but man, he is hitting everything in sight.
He pulls this one into right, and he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow. Chris Iannetta stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. And action now in the Tampa Bay pen as it looks like a right-hander's begun to get loose. Hit pretty well out to deep left field. Looking up is Dickerson. A solo home run for Chris Iannetta. And even 30 home runs on the year as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
My goodness, it's not too often that you're going to see an outburst like this. That's 4 home runs in this inning alone. I don't know if the wind's picked up or everything's out over the middle of the plate, but baseballs are flying all over this place.
Erasmo Ramirez is going to come on to pitch here, and seeing as though it's just the 3rd inning, he may be asked to work for a while. Into the box, Ketel Marte. As he'll swing at the first pitch and send one on the ground to first. And how about that right out of the bullpen? A ground ball on 1 pitch in the inning. Matt Duffy is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
Out in front of it, strike 1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Kevin Kiermaier is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout.
And that's just not really his game. Anytime he keeps it on the ground, he's got a pretty good chance of beating out a hit.
And this is fouled back and out of play. Walker's ready. Here's the 0-1. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Got him.
Man, not wasting any pitches so far in this inning. And you see the great curveball there on show track? He struck out the first 2 batters on just 6 pitches.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. As he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. And a bit of a high throw that time, but not much problem over there at first, as that will end the inning. Rays go in order, 1, 2, 3. Still 8. Leonys Martin is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
Well, guys, they jumped out to that big lead early on in this game, but you really can't get comfortable. You have to keep putting pressure on.
Hit in the air to right field. Souza over to his right. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Third baseman number 15,
Kyle Seager will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. Throw to first will get him. Already 2 away here in the home fourth.
Second baseman,
Robinson Cano strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Here's a swing, and oh man! Way out of here! Robinson Cano, a solo home run. His second of the game as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
You want to talk about an offensive explosion? That's 6 home runs as a team so far. I mean, you might get that once a season. The whole lineup's been absolutely dialed in.
Here's Nelson Cruz now. As he comes up empty on a pitch right down the middle for strike 1. That look says it all in the third base dugout.
That's not the look of a guy who's going to be sleeping well tonight, is it?
Oh, there it goes. In the air to left center, and you can forget about this one. Back-to-back home runs. A solo home run from Nelson Cruz. And that's home run number 64 on the season as this lead got even wider.
As a pitcher, and especially as a relief pitcher, you got to have a short memory out there. And here, he gets burned again on back-to-back home runs. Not really what you want to do when you're coming out of the pen.
Here's Adam Lind. Hard hit ball towards the hole. On to Morrison at first, and that ends the inning. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no. Corey Dickerson heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game. So just chip away, chip away.
Into the windup and the pitch. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
Boy, he has been a first strike throwing machine, hasn't he? He's hardly been behind in the count all game long.
And he powers to cut fastball by him that time, and he's in charge now, 0-2.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, 1 gone. An early look at the line score here tonight as we play the top of the 5th. And boy, just 1 lone hit for the visitors this evening as they've been taken to task by this starter. First pitch coming, here it is. Logan Forsythe stands in as he looks at ball 1 here.
And right now, these guys just need something to break their way. A blooper, a bunt, a hit by pitch. Something to get a base runner and give that guy something else to think about out there.
One out, nobody on. Tap fouled at home plate. And a splitter swung on and missed that time, and that'll be out number 2. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders.
Yeah, folks, he's been one of the best in the American League so far this year. Currently 3rd in that department. Opposing batters have not been having a lot of fun against him. Pretty intimidating when you're facing a guy with an ERA like he's carrying around.
Brad Miller stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here, with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Backhanded. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So a strong start on the mound as he's blanked him through the first 5. Last half of the number 10 will dig in. 1 for 2, including a home run thus far.
Yeah, he definitely got a hold of that one earlier. He put a good swing on it.
Oh, and he gets a hold of this one as it's in the air to deep left. Does he have another one? He does. It's another home run. A solo shot here to left. His second home run of the game as the blowout continues.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of it.
Seth Smith will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Gone! A solo shot here to left, and that is 27 for him on the year as they just continue to pour it on here.
Wow, they've definitely gotten after it here to start this inning. That's back-to-back home runs now to the first 2 hitters. On the mound, he's got to be saying, you got to be kidding me.
Chris Iannetta stands in as he swings and misses for strike 1.
Feels like he's kind of relied a little too much on that fastball.
And it's gotten him into trouble. I think guys have just gone up there looking for it, and usually they wind up getting it.
Another multi-hit game for him here tonight. No surprise there as we take a look at the league leaders in hitting.
Yeah, guys, at the moment, 4th in the American League. And when a guy is seeing the ball like he is, as a pitcher, you pretty much just have to make the best pitches you can and hope he gets himself out. That obviously hasn't been the case in this one.
Hit hard on the ground to second. To second for 1. On to Morrison, and it's a double play.
Center fielder, number 12.
Leonis Martin is set to take some more swings. He homered back in the 3rd inning. Lifted the other way out to left center. After it is Dickerson. But he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night. Kyle Seager strides in, grounded out his last time through. First delivery to him on the way. High and deep to left center field. Kiermaier ranging back. Gone! A 2-run home run off the bat of Kyle Seager. Home run number 62 on the year as this lead got even wider.
Well, as an offense, you always wish that you could bottle whatever you've got going right now and take it into all your games. Whatever it is, sometimes guys just feed off one another. They start thinking, well, hey, if this guy can hit a home run, and then he hits a home run, when I get up there, maybe I can hit a home run too. And now that's 3 home runs they've struck for in this one inning.
Dickerson going back. Gone! Back-to-back jacks on back-to-back pitches. So a solo shot here to left center field. His 3rd home run of the ball game as the blowout continues.
Boy, have a night. His 3rd home run of the ball game. I mean, he's absolutely brimming with confidence at the plate. It's been a joy to watch so far.
Here's Nelson Cruz now, as he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. And that's in there for a base hit, his 3rd hit of the game. Digging in to try it again, Adam Lind. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Taken high and deep to right. Souza going back at the track, the wall. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. And he's getting close with that home run. He's just 1 away from number 200 for his career.
Well, this is not a number that's going to put him among the all-time greats or anything. But there are so many players out there, both current and former major leaguers, who'd love to say they had 200 dingers. Heck, I only hit 19.
Xavier Cedeno is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here.
The batter, number 10.
Into the box now, number 10. Lined back over second. Again, a nice clean base hit, his 3rd of the game.
Boy, I'll tell you, these are the scary ones for a pitcher. This is going to give you a pretty good angle right here because this ball is hit so hard, and it's just about right at him. I mean, there's no time to do anything out there. And he's pretty lucky that one didn't get him because he would have taken his head off.
Here's Seth Smith now, as he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. And it's in time at first, and finally, at long last, the side is retired. But Steven Souza will stride forward to lead it off. And I'd imagine he'll do so with some tired legs after being out in the field for that last half inning.
Yeah, that was a killer. He could probably use a minute or 2 on the bench, but he gets pressed right back into action here.
And he pours this one in at the letters, 0-1. Oh, and he breaks out the hook here. Good for strike 2.
Yeah, and he's really getting over the top of that curveball.
And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
And all through this winning streak of theirs, we've seen some great starting pitching, and this has been another very good performance. Good enough to most likely keep that winning streak going.
That's yanked into the stands, strike 1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
There's that splitter again. Seems to be getting better and better as the game goes on.
Oh, he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
Boy, his guys got him the lead back in the very first inning, and he hasn't looked back since. He's had everything go his way so far, and this inning's turning out to be no exception.
Curt Casali stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. On the ground to third, there is Seager. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Rays. They're in a wee bit. Chris Iannetta will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Boy, another pitch that he's right on at the plate. He hasn't been fooled by anything he's seen yet.
Takes this the other way to right. But this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning ends. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean smoked. But he ends up with nothing, and his average is going to go down.
In now, Ketel Marte. As he's first pitch swinging here, and this is on the ground toward the hole. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit. And the screen shows the story right there, as that hitting streak will live to see another day.
Boy, I'll tell you what, this is really amazing, and everybody's looking at this now. It gets...
First offering on its way. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Kiermaier is there now, and he has it, 2 gone.
That's disappointing right there. You figure you should get at least one more shot at the cycle before this one's through.
Smoke toward the hole. He lays out, but he can't make the play, and it's through into right. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Not much more to say here. I mean, this has just been an awful performance from these guys, top to bottom. They can't hit the ball, they can't catch the ball, and they can't throw the ball. Nothing has gone right. They got to be thinking, this one, it can't end soon enough.
On a big swing by Cano as he lifts this one high and deep out to right field. And nearly a 3-run shot. Instead, it's a foul ball. Bounce to first. Morrison's there, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Welcome back to Safeco Field here in Seattle. This one pretty much all over, but the shouting as we check our game summary to see how we've gotten to where we are. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Matt Duffy is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
This guy just continues to pound the strike zone. He's thrown a first pitch strike to 90% of the batters he's faced. Look how late we are into this ball game, and that's the difference for him.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far. All right, folks, montage alert. Here you get a look at his performance so far. 10 strikeouts for him in the ball game as he continues to just plow right through this lineup one after another. Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. As with 1 away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike 1. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Trying to strike him out for the second time. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
And sometimes this is all you have to do. Throw a ton of strikes and keep the ball in the yard. It's worked for him so far.
So 2 away now for the slugger Evan Longoria. Just gets a piece of it, strike 1. No runs, just 1 hit, 1 error in the ballgame for Tampa Bay. Swung on and chopped up the middle. Cano fields it cleanly. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Nelson Cruz Steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the seventh.
And he's already been on base 3 times in this ballgame, so let's see if he can do it one more time.
Here comes the first pitch. To short, hit hard. Duffy over to his left, and a low throw to first that bounces as he can't hang on.
A tough play here for a first baseman. You don't mind the ones that bounce right in front of you, or the ones that bounce 7 or 8 feet in front of you and come right into your lap. It's those in-between hops that give you trouble. And here, you see him try to get large and make the scoop, but all he can do is knock it down.
Hit sharply toward the right side. And that's another base hit for him. He's on a tear in this one. And he's safe.
Well, this was a wise decision here to hold on at first base. Even though that ball's off the wall, I think they would have had a good shot at throwing him out. So he holds on at first.
Stepping in now, number 10. Fly ball out toward left center field. Kiermaier has a read on it. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And he is in there.
Good job there to pick up an insurance run here on the sacrifice fly. The way their starter's throwing, he may not even need it. But I bet he'll be grateful for that extra cushion, no doubt.
Seth Smith is into the box now. He hit one over the wall back in the 5th. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. This is pulled into right. Lays himself out and makes a spectacular catch.
Oh, nice catch. Oh, this is just a very tough play here in the outfield. A lot of times you're going to see the ground jar the ball loose, but he looks this one in all the way, lays out, and winds up hanging on to the ball.
Here's the catcher now, Chris Iannetta. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit onto deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, his second of the game, as they just continue to pour it on here.
The batter, the shortstop, Ketel Marte.
Standing in now, Ketel Marte. Yes, he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. So Corey Dickerson will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight, not a comfortable spot to be in.
Just a touch outside, 1-2. Trying to strike him out for the 3rd time. Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game.
Yeah, he just keeps rolling right along. Shutout intact as you get a look at his line so far. Through 7 1/3 innings now, they have just not been able to mount any type of offense against him at all.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Logan Forsythe swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1. You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Oh, can't spot the cutter any better than that. 0-2 now.
And it looks like the scouting report says, work this guy away, and it's been paying off.
And whoever put together that scouting report did a real nice job, because this whole team hasn't done much offensively at all.
And this one's inside and high. 1-2 now.
Got him.
as he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now. Well, these fans have been treated to a fine outing out of their hometown starter as we give you a look at the numbers here. A big 0 in the run column on the right-hand side of your screen. Brad Miller will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
Here's his swing, and just foul, says the umpire, and he was right on that one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Denny Farquhar will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Coming to the plate now, Leonys Martin. And we'll see if he can get something into the gap to make it interesting. He's had a great game so far, but needs the triple to complete a cycle. Starts him out with a cutter, and he gets him to swing through at 1 strike. Hit hard toward first. But this is gloved over there at first as he was in the right spot at the right time. 1 away. Now to the plate, Kyle Seager. He'll try to build on an already great game. He's 3 for 5 so far in this one. Toward the gap in right center. This is going to be a base hit, and he may take that big turn at first. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Here's another look at this swing in show motion. Check out the hands getting into good position. The hips start to rotate, and then whack. That's great extension all the way through the ball. That's the perfect swing right there.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that is through into center field, a base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with 1 away.
Well, here we are. It's the second month of the season, and this guy is showing no signs of slowing down. Got himself another multi-hit ball game here.
Hot shot towards the hole. Base hit, and that'll get a run in.
Well, if you want to point fingers at who's to blame for this disaster, you're going to need both hands. In the pitching, the batting, the defense, the execution. Just draw a line through this one. This one's been an absolute disaster.
Drilled to the right side. And that'll get on through into right field for a base hit. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day. Number 10 will step in looking perhaps for a 3-homer ball game.
Yeah, and on fire doesn't even begin to describe his performance so far. You talk about swinging a heavy stick, no doubt.
Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. His 3rd home run of the ball game as this lead got even wider.
Oh, and well, you could probably follow the thinking on the mound right there. He's got the bases loaded now. He doesn't want to fall behind, so he's just going to try to get that first one over to start the at-bat to try to get ahead in the count. And that's going to turn out to be a decision he's going to regret, because this guy is sitting on the first pitch, and he's going to...
Buzzing over the grand slam.
Yeah, that's not the way you want to exit a ball game, but time to turn the page here. Now that they've got a new guy in the pitch, we'll at least get a fresh start.
Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Now batting,
Chris Iannetta stands in again here with 2 home runs already to his name in this one.
And you know what, Matt? He's just made it look so easy out there. I think they've got to change their approach right here. Use some caution or something.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Sends it in the air to deep left field. Dickerson ranging back. And it's gone! A solo shot here to left. His 3rd home run of the ball game as the blowout continues.
Well, we've definitely seen a lot of offense in this game, but the bulk of it's come right here from this guy. I mean, man, I don't even know where to tell you to pitch this guy. He's hitting everything in sight.
Shortstop, Ketel Marte.
Into the box now, Ketel Marte, as he goes after the first pitch and lines one out toward right center. And that's in for his 2nd hit of the afternoon.
This is what you call an ambush swing right here. You're hitting in the back of the order. You're looking dead red early in the count. Kind of just hoping the pitcher might relax and forget about you for a minute. Then you get that fastball middle in, and you jump all over it.
Here's Leonys Martin. Now here's a ball hit in the air to straightaway right field. This ball's got plenty of carry to it, and it is out of here. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. His 2nd home run of the game as they just continue to pour it on here.
Oh, and his great year just keeps going on and on. Like you say, that's home run number 40 on the year now. He's definitely making a case to be in the running to take some hardware home at the end of the season.
Kyle Seager.
Here's the 3rd baseman now, Kyle Seager. Liner toward right center. Kiermaier is there to make the catch, and mercifully the side is finally retired. Big inning for him, though, as they bat around and score 8. Back now in the beautiful Pacific Northwest as we're set for what's left of this one from Safeco Field. Steven Souza will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here, 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. Do you even bother with anything else here?
No, I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
Chop foul over towards the dugout. Going for his 15th strikeout. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with 2 strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if he'll chase.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Got him. And that's number 15 for the ball game. 2 outs away from a victory here that you'd have to say will be a rather convincing one.
And you know, Matt, in every phase of the game, hitting, pitching, defense, it all favors the home side here. Top to bottom, they've been the better team.
First pitch of the at-bat. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. To short. Marte scoops it up. Throw to first will be in time, and the Rays are now down to their final out. Curt Casali will stand in now as their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th.
Yeah, just one final hurdle here before he finishes off the shutout.
swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1.
If I didn't know any better, I think this was his first inning out there. He's still throwing the ball with a lot of velocity.
And it's quickly 0-2. And now those that have stuck it out tonight come to their feet.
Nope.
That misses 1-2.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking on the final out, so that's a tough pitch to lay off.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this ball swung on and hit to center field, and this should do it. And he'll squeeze this one for the final out, and the Mariners will add one more to their winning streak as this ball game is over.
Boy, what a performance of pitching that we just saw. He was so close to putting his name into the record books, but he's going to have to settle for that complete game one-hitter.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, this game wasn't exactly a pitcher's duel, but take a look at all the RBIs. He was an absolute menace with runners in scoring position.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click on over to theshownation.com. The Mariners win it 28-0. Good night from Seattle.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 1 minute. Just north of Safeco Field.